Hello everybody, KelsiThePyrofly here. That was weird. That was very strange. I'm like headbutting the camera right now. Is this normal? Is this normal for Minecraft? I really don't know about that. Hello everybody, KelsiThePyrofly here, and today we are doing a Minecraft mod showcase, and I'm really excited about this because I found a pretty awesome mod. And let's just take a look-see at what's behind me. I'm trying to look at it through the back of my head. That's clearly normal for me. I actually have an eye back there that nobody knows about. But anyway, as you can see behind me, there's an end portal. So today's mod has to do with the end. It is actually called the Augmented Void mod. There will be a link down in the description below if you want to download it for yourself. And we are going to go ahead and check out what's in it. So without further ado, I say we go straight into the end. And here we are. And if you look around me, you'll notice a bunch of really cool new end-looking blocks. I have decorated my end portal entrance platform here because, let's be honest, guys, this plain old block of obsidian, that's pretty darn boring. Nobody wants a boring platform. So I took time out of my own day to make this grand entrance right here, so I hope you guys appreciate it. And this is a preview of some of the blocks we will be seeing in this mod. Now, before I go any further, I do have to say I'm pretty sure this mod is definitely a work in progress. There are some features that have not been fully implemented, and from what I can see, there's actually a lot more planned for this mod as well. So if I were you, I would definitely keep an eye out for new updates to this mod for it to get even better. But since it's so cool already, I figured we would check out what there is right now. And to start us off, we've got this beautiful arch thing that looks like pi, which, by the way, is one of my favorite numbers. If you don't know what pi is, I'm just going to tell you right now. It's 3.1415926535897932238462643383327, etc. It's an infinite number. The decimal places just go on and on until the end of time. That's all I know. I'm sure some of you guys maybe know more. I don't know. If this channel ever gets like 1 million subscribers, then there'll probably be somebody who will know more pi than I do. But right now, who knows? Maybe I'm the pi master. Leave a comment down below with how many digits of pi you know. Or that you didn't even know pi was a thing. You just thought it was a food. Anyway, I digress. What we've got over here are the ores that we are going to go over today. As you can see, there are actually only 5 ores, but this one is on here twice, and I'll get to that in a second. Basically what it is this block is derived from this ore. So I figured I'd give it its own place just because I felt like displaying the block. I don't know. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It's normal. I'm just going to get started. This right here is the first ore, and this is the block that it makes. This is the lunalite ore, and as you can kind of suspect from the name, this block is all about lighting. So in here I have prepared my little icons to denote the properties of this block, and then some things that are crafted by it. So let's go over these. This block, and actually all of these ores, will take a diamond pickaxe to mine them. If you mine it with any other pickaxe, it won't drop anything. I've tested this. But it only takes a wooden pickaxe to pick up the block, although you can't punch these. If you punch these, you're going to get nothing. You're going to lose out on this beautiful block, and that would just be sad. So don't try to punch them. You will be disappointed. It is a bright block, no duh. As you can see, it's glowing absolutely everywhere, and it's called lunalite. What do you expect? It's going to glow. And that block is actually just made from what you would expect, just 9 of the ingots. And also, this pickaxe is to tell me about fortune. Now, if you mine this ore, you will get multiple drops of it, similar to redstone or lapis or something like that. And I did test it with a fortune pickaxe. I'm not actually sure, due to the rather large number that this drops anyway, whether fortune actually does make a difference. Without fortune, I got like 5 dropped. I got like 3. With fortune, I did get one with 6, but I can't tell if that's normal or if the fortune actually helped something. I don't really know. So fortune is a maybe on this, but if you do want to obtain the ore, you can do so with silk touch, because this is not a smeltable ore. Anyway, these are the 3 things you can make from it, other than, of course, the block itself. And I guess, I can't believe I forgot this. Okay, guys, I'm stupid. I need to show you. This is highly important. You're going to want to see this. This is what happens if you mine it. You get this beautiful lunalite dust. I mean, how How could we live without this stuff? I don't know. I'm stupid. You guys need to see this. You guys need to see this. You know what? You know what? I almost ignored this dust and I feel bad. So, you know what? We're going to make it rain. We're going to make it rain, guys. It's raining. It's raining lunalite dust. And as you can see, it actually kind of looks like raindrops. That's fairly convenient. Anyway, that is pretty much lunalite, but it does have these things here. This Luna stone, which is basically blue glowstone, is crafted similarly to the block, except that it uses 4 dust instead of 8. So it's basically like crafting glowstone out of glowstone dust. And this block does glow as well. It's another light block. As you can see, boom, it glows. And this is the lunalite lamp, yet another light block. And this one is made using the lunalite block, some of these infused terrestrium ingots, which we'll get to, and some glass. So this is a lot more expensive than either this or this one if you want light, but it does have a very unique texture. It's got this really kind of industrial look, so that could definitely be pretty nice if you're building like a factory or something. Just imagine this with a bunch of like iron blocks and stuff. It has a very industrial look to it. And of course, we do have to talk about the infused terrestrium ingot. This also includes your beautiful lunalite dust, and to make it, you just take a regular terrestrium ingot and surround it with a bunch of lunalite dust, and this is used in a couple of recipes. And terrestrium, you might ask, where do you get terrestrium? Right here in the end, of course. It is this beautiful, actually it's kind of plain, but it's this brownish ore right here. Once again, you need diamond level to mine it, but only a pickaxe of any kind to mine the ore, to mine the block, diamond to mine the ore, and it is a smeltable item, so you will actually get this block dropped when you mine it, so no need to worry about silk touch or fortune or any of that, but you will have to smelt it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And these are things you'd make. You can make the infused ingot, as we talked about before, but you could also make this beautiful stable rod, which is used in making pretty much all, if not all, of the weapons. To make that, it's going to be an iron ingot with a terrestrium ingot, and of course, you could also make a block out of these ingots to get you this beautiful infused block, which I put over here because I felt like it deserved. Its own spot. And once again, diamond level to mine this ore because it's the same ore, and any pickaxe will mine the block. Here's the block, and here are some things you actually use the infused terrestrium ingot for. As discussed earlier, you do use it for the lunalite lamp, but you also use it for these 3 epic swords, which clearly we're going to have to test. There is Cosmica's Wrath, which is a legendary weapon that scorches enemies with a hot flame, so it comes automatically enchanted with Fire Aspect 3. There's the Blue Cosmic Sword, which is just a plain sword, but it is better than Diamond. And the Sword of Diminishing, another legendary weapon that actually applies Wither to your enemy. So, we've got some pretty cool swords to test out. Unfortunately, I decided for whatever reason that armor is actually clear the heck back there. So you can see that's a preview of what the armor looks like. So we're going to be fighting without armor. So now's the part where we decide, what do we want to fight today? I am not going to fight Endermen. As you can see, there are quite a few around. But if you guys don't know, I love Endermen. They are actually probably my favorite mobs in Minecraft. I feel bad killing them. They don't hurt me if I don't hurt them. So I feel like a horrible person if I go and attack him or them. So we are not taking out our wrath on Enderman today. Instead, I'm thinking we are going to annihilate guardians if we can, because I absolutely despise these things. We're going to see how this works. They might just flop around and like escape or kill me or something. But we're going to try to test our swords out in guardians because I really hate them. Anyway, here we go. Guardian number 1. We're just going to start out with the basic blue sword. 8 damage, better than diamond. I don't know what its durability is. I'm actually not in survival mode, so you know what? To make this cooler, that's not how you spell game mode. To make this cooler, we're going to do it in survival mode. I feel like I'm going to regret this. Better than diamond, but still not nearly as cool as the other weapons, and I don't actually know what the durability is on this once again. But I actually forgot the recipes. We'll get to them as soon as the stupid guardian just die. Just fall into the void. Die a horrible, painful death in the void. Anyway, recipe for this is just the stable rod with 2 infused terrestrium ingots. For the Sword of Diminishing, these ones are expensive. It's a nether star, an obsidian, and infused terrestrium ingots, and you actually do need the cosmic sword as well. And this one is even more expensive. You need these Prima Bright ingots, which we'll get to later. the Infused Terrestrium, a Nether Star once again, and the orange version of this Cosmic Sword. I'll show you later, but there's actually 6 different colors of the Cosmic Sword. As near as I can tell, they're all exactly the same, but you can make yours in your favorite color, unless, of course, your favorite color is like, I don't know, chartreuse or something. I don't think they have a chartreuse sword. They also don't have brown or white or gray or black. But if your favorite color is one of the standard things out of the rainbow, you're in luck because there's going to be a sword in this mod just for you. So that was the blue one. Now I think it's time to get on to the real stuff. I'm thinking, let's light this Guardian on fire. He clearly deserves... Just get on fire, bro. Get on fire. Just, please, burn to death. Die a horrible, painful, fiery death. You deserve it. Alright, and that actually did 11 attack damage. Let's try one more, see if we can see those beautiful red numbers just pouring out of his body here. I'm not sure it's going to happen. I think I looked at an Enderman. Yeah, guys, Prime Enderman, that's another mob in here. We were going to look at it in creative mode so it didn't murder me, but it did. Apparently I made it mad. I'm kind of sad about that. But I did actually set my spawn point in there because I knew stuff like this was going to happen. So the question is the Guardian still here? Yes, he is. I'm just gonna look down. I do actually have a pumpkin on me, but I hate wearing pumpkins because you can't see a darn thing. It's just incredibly annoying. I feel like Guardians were a very poor choice for this showcase. Yeah, Guardians are not a good idea, guys. If you're making your own mod showcase, don't use Guardians. You'll probably regret it. Alright, I've changed the spawn eggs to zombies because they're a little bit less wily, and we will use them to test out the Wither Sword. Alright, zombie, you ready to be withered, bro? You ready to be withered? Oh, that was pretty fast. Let's try one more. I can't even tell if he's withered or not. I think he is. I see the particles. Okay, 2 damage. I'm going to see how much damage he takes from the wither. Okay. He only took 2 damage from the wither, so it doesn't do a lot. But I mean, honestly, look at the damage on the sword. Both this one and the fire one are 11 attack damage. So they're pretty beefy. I mean, these swords, these are not for the faint of heart, but remember, they do require a Nether Star to obtain. So not only are you going to have to come to the end and mine these ores, you're going to have to kill 1 wither per sword. So these are definitely not easy to get, but they are, I would say, worth it. And now, back into creative mode before I anger one of the Endermen. And we'll move on to the next door. I think I did this one already, I hope. I just need to clear this stuff out of my inventory for a minute. Right, this right here is called It Smite ore. And it doesn't really manipulate gravity except for one of the weapons that we'll talk about down here. But it does have a really cool looking block, and this is just made like any other block, I believe. You just put 9 of the ingots together and you get this block. This block is smeltable, so all you need to do is grab the ore and smelt it. And like the other ones, the ore is mined with the diamond pickaxe, and the block can be mined with any pickaxe, and we do have a couple of weapons made from it. And they are the purple version of the Cosmic Sword, which, as you might expect, is the It Smite ingots, which actually have this animated texture, which is kind of weird. And also, the Stable Rod. Wait, do they really have an animated texture? I'm like confused. I never noticed this before, but anyway, ignoring that. The other weapon is a lot cooler. This is the Prime Axe Staff. It's another legendary weapon, and it actually lifts enemies in the air, and it looks cool while doing it. Only 10 attack damage, so less than the other two, but it like lifts things in there. I don't know if it like levitates them like a shulker, if it like shoots them up into the air like some of those ore spawn weapons. I don't really know, but we're going to find out in a minute. But first, the recipe. Just your run-of-the-mill garden variety. Iron axe, stable rod, some of these It Smite ingots, and of course another star. All of the legendary weapons seem to require the Nether Star. We're going to hit game mode 0 here. We're going to grab a zombie. It is not your lucky day zombie. So I actually only did 5 damage, weirdly enough. But look, it actually levitated him and made him glow. That time it did 10. And he might die from fall damage too. Is he going to die from fall damage? Oh, not quite. So this one actually does apply levitation, kind of like a shulker does, which makes sense since shulkers and the ore to make this are both in the end. And if I double hit him, I think he'll go up even higher, and he might actually die of fall damage. He won't die, but he'll take a lot more fall damage. So that is the Prime Axe Staff. And interestingly enough, you'll see I hit him a few times, and this has actually not taken any durability damage, which is kind of interesting. So maybe it like automatically gets unbreaking applied to it or something that you can't see, or maybe it actually has no durability. Who knows? The world may never know. And over here we have an ore that is a similar color and texture to the It Smite, and it is called, we get into game mode 1 here, it is called Chalcedony. 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 I probably said that wrong all 3 times. I'm going to apologize to anybody who actually knows what this is. But this is probably my favorite block in the whole mod, this right here, just because I love how it has this sort of opalescent texture to it. It looks like it's, you know, like really shiny and iridescent like, and I just really love the way it looks. Unfortunately, this is the only ore that is not fully implemented. You can obtain it with Silk Touch, and of course, I forgot once again to show you what it looks like. If you use Silk Touch, you'll get the ore. If you don't use Silk Touch, you'll get this Chalcedony dust sort of thing, and you will get 1 only. It won't drop 2 or 3 or 4 like glowstone or redstone or anything like that. And as you can see, we've got this little berry here to denote no recipe, guys. There is no recipe for any of this stuff. There's no recipe that uses this. There's no recipe to make the block, even though I would assume it would be made out of this stuff. And there's no recipes for tools or armor or lights or anything else that you actually do with it at the moment. So this block probably has some other things planned for the future, but right now it just kind of sits there and looks pretty. And as lame as that is, I have to say it does its job very, very well. And now for the last ore, this one is called Prima-Bright Block, and I believe we saw this earlier in some other recipes. It's used to make the orange version of the Cosmic Sword, Cosmica's Wrath, which I believe we talked about before. That's the fire aspect one, and it also makes the Diablo, which shoots strong fiery arrows, and it basically is a bow that comes pre-enchanted with flame, power, and infinity. So you automatically get infinity on this thing, which is clearly amazing. So we'll quickly check the recipe on this. It's just perma-bright ingots with the stable rod, and this special bow here is a nether star because it's a legendary weapon, a regular bow, and some prima-bright ingots. And as expensive as that nether star is, it's going to be super annoying to make this, but it does come with infinity, and getting infinity, honestly, in survival can be super annoying, so this could be a very nice thing for you there. And of course, mining levels are the same, and it is smeltable as well. So I think the only thing we really need to test here is the bow. So you guys know what this means. We're just going to spawn a few of these guys. We're going to step back, arm ourselves with the bow, in game mode 0, and I forgot to give myself an arrow. Note to self, infinity means you only need 1 arrow, not 0. Oopsie. Alright, we're doing this properly this time. Yeah, there we go. Zombie. Oh my gosh, he just got insta-killed. That one actually didn't, but one of them literally just got insta-killed. It just did 20 or more damage straight to his face. The Enderman is very upset about something. I think I might have looked at him accidentally. I swear it was an accident, dude. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, bro. I was freaking out there because I like fell in the lava. That was mean, okay? That was mean, Mr. Enderman. I don't want to hurt you, okay? Can't we just be friends? It's hard to make friends in the end, guys. It's really hard. So that's the bow. As you can see, pretty powerful, but once again, nether star is required to craft it. And I think we are done with the ore section, thank goodness, because I feel like I've talked for about 50 minutes. I don't shut up, guys. Just get used to it. And here we have the armor. This is the dragon armor, and it is made with these ender dragon scales. Now, as you can see, the ender dragon is not flying around here because I killed her before the mod showcase started. I was thinking about killing her in the showcase, but I'm glad I didn't because it took forever. And the reason I killed her earlier was because she was flying through stuff and actually deleting my showcase, and I was getting really mad about it. So, yeah, the ender dragon died, but she did not drop any of these scales, so I think these have not actually been implemented for survival. But at any rate, I think we definitely need to try this on anyway. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test. we are going to go and make some beef with one of these Endermen as the control, and we're going to see how many hits it takes him to kill us. And then we're going to do the same thing with the armor, and we're going to see just how good it is. Alright, bro. This is the Prime Enderman. It's funny, I looked at that one and he didn't even get mad, but this one's like, what are you looking at, punk? What are you looking at? I didn't even properly count how many hits it took. But as you can see, I think it was doing about 4 hearts of damage or something. Or, I mean, maybe 3. 2 or 3 or 4 hearts, I don't know. But let's see if there's like a dramatic difference with the armor. If we put this on, I mean, obviously we look fairly epic except for my face. That just looks really, really strange. As you can see, I've got a dragon head covering my eyes, but my mouth is just kind of hanging out there. It's not weird, okay? I look beautiful. Don't judge me. And now we're going to see if Mr. Enderman will hurt me less. Alright. He's really mad right now. Like, he is staring me down. I've offended him. I think he's just self-conscious about how he looks. But wow, he is going for my face, but he cannot seem to hurt me. He is barely touching me. I mean, that guy was just on my case for, I would say, 5 or 10 seconds, and I only took half a heart of damage. We're going to try it with one of these guys. We're going to see here. Alright, bro. Alright. Nice to meet you. I love you. Your face is beautiful, okay? It's beautiful. There's no need to feel self-conscious about it. And as you can see, they are smacking me pretty hard, but I am not taking much damage. So guys, this armor, I give it high ratings. And are you guys gonna, cool off or something? You're really, they're really upset. Anyway, while they are, they might actually kill us now that I'm not regenning. Let's just, whatever. I can't properly show you the armor when I'm being pestered, so here we go. We'll just head back to the overworld, and now let's just check out the recipes. I believe it is actually just made of the Ender Dragon scales in the normal armor patterns. But of course, you do have to kill the dragon to get these, or at least I assume so. But as of right now, this is not available in survival Minecraft. And it looks to me like this is probably better than diamond armor. I can't tell for sure. But it looks like it might be, just based on the armor I'm getting, it looks like it might be slightly better than diamond, or at least as good as diamond. So this stuff is pretty nice. And next up, we are just going to wrap this up with a couple other things that aren't super important or aren't fully implemented, but they are definitely worth noting. These are all of the swords I was telling you about. There are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And the recipes for each are basically 2 of whatever material they're made out of and 1 of the stable rods. There are a couple issues though with these swords. I think that some of them are pretty overpowered, and you're going to see why in a minute. But we're just going to check out the recipes, starting with the purple one over here. Everybody would start with red, so we're going to be special. We're going to start with purple. And this purple one, I think you've seen it before. It's just a stable rod and It Smite ingots. The blue one is the stable rod and infused terrestrium ingots. Now the green one we haven't seen before, but it is emerald. The yellow one I believe is gold. Yeah, it's gold. The orange one is these things, Bright ingots. And now this is the one that I think is just a little bit overpowered. The red one is actually redstone. And as you can see, guys, this does 8 attack damage. This is better than diamond, but you can make it out of redstone. Now, you do have to come to the end to get the stable rod, and you're going to have to mine a little bit of terrestrium and a little bit of iron. So, I mean, it's not super overpowered because you do have to go to the end to get it, but I feel like making this made out of redstone, which is just absolutely dirt common For anybody mining at diamond level, you will just encounter obscene amounts of redstone. It will fill up your inventory. It is a conspiracy to make it so that you can't even pick up your diamonds because your inventory is so full of redstone. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely dirt common. So I feel like having one of these made out of redstone completely eliminates the use for making any other ones, other than, of course, the coolness factor of having different colors. But still, these are just kind of basic swords. They all act pretty much the same, and they're just kind of a fun little thing that this adds. And this right here is, I guess, the black version. It's an obsidian blackjack. It's more of a club or a bat or something. It dazes enemies with a bonk on the head, so I guess we do have to try this out. It only does 6 attack damage, so it only does as much as, I believe, an iron sword, but it is actually made with obsidian. And as you might imagine, it's quite heavy, so if I hit a zombie with it, I think maybe it'll slow him down or something. Let's see what happens. Okay, I see some particles coming off. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it might be nausea maybe, because he's not slowing down. So maybe this gives nausea to your opponent. I can't really tell for certain, and I can't really test it on myself. I'm trying to hit myself in the face right now. It's not working. But anyway, that is the obsidian blackjack weapon. And I just noticed the armor actually is giving me some special effects. Just another reason why this is clearly superior to diamond. You get strength, speed, jump boost, and night vision. So yeah, definitely make this armor, guys, once it's, implemented into survival. Right now, you're just going to have to go to creative mode. But you know what? I say that if you defeat the Ender Dragon, it's fair game. Even in survival, just go into creative mode and cheat in a set of this armor. I mean, you deserve it. You killed the dragon. You deserve it. And finally, just some other things to wrap it up. These right here are all of the building blocks. You've actually been seeing most of these around because I like the look of them and I use them to prepare the mod showcase. But this is a shulker shell block. I'm going to get into creative now so I can pick block these and show off the recipes super quick. This is a shulker shell block. And basically, it is just 2 shulker shells. So it's pretty much the same recipe as the shulker box. The only difference being that, there's no chest in the middle. And this right here, I really do like, is star bricks. I think this is a super unique block. It's just like end brick, but it's got a little different pattern to it. And to make this, it is just end stone and some quartz. And that will make you 1 star brick. I feel like that's kind of expensive. I feel like something that fills up the whole crafting grid should maybe make like 2 or 4 of these. But they're probably meant to be used more as, used sparingly as embellishment rather than being the main feature. So, it kind of makes sense. But that is the star bricks. They're just a unique little building item added into this. And we also have these purple endstone bricks, which I absolutely love the color of. They just have this beautiful lavender look to them. And the recipe for these is just pot chorus fruit and some endstone bricks. And I'm just trying to see real quick what else is this used for. So yeah, basically what it does is it's kind of like a combination between purple and endstone bricks, as you can see right here. And this actually will give you 4. And this right here, I believe, polished endstone. Just a smoother, more tile-like version of it, which apparently doesn't have a recipe at the moment. I'm a little sad about that. Yep, no recipe for this one yet, but I imagine one will be added in the future. This is the chorus fruit block right here. To make this thing, you just have to put a whole bunch of chorus fruit together to make 1 block. Again, it's kind of a lot, but maybe, let me see. They can actually be changed back and forth. So this, as well as being a building block, can also be a great way to store your chorus fruit, which I really like. I really like when mods add the storage blocks. I remember when I was playing my modded survival, there were some pretty common ores that didn't have a block form, and storing them was just an absolute pain. They basically took over my chests in like a couple of days, so that was pretty annoying. So storage blocks, definitely a good thing. And the last kind of decoration block we have here is the chiseled endstone. And this also does not have a recipe at the moment, but probably will in the future. And it just gives you another pattern to add some variety to your ender builds. I mean, I don't know I feel like not many people build in the end, but if you do, This mod will be your dream come true. And another thing we have here is this Virion grass, and this right here, which apparently I didn't label because, oh great, I think I know what happened. If this was over here, I think an Enderman actually picked it up and moved it, but this is Endrig Dirt. And I think these actually spawn in a different biome that's soon to be added into the end. And I say soon to be added because I looked and looked and looked and I didn't see it. I probably wasted about an hour and traveled about 30,000 blocks out looking for this biome, and I didn't see it. So I'm pretty convinced right now that either my luck is horrible or it doesn't exist yet. And there are also these flowers, the Ender Orchid and the Void Lily, which can only be planted on this special dirt. So again, that's another indication that a biome should be coming out soon. And finally, two other items that don't seem to be implemented yet are the Celestial Pearl and the Eye of the Void. I don't know how you get these things. They don't have a recipe, and they don't seem to really have a use either. I've tried throwing them like you would an Ender Eye or an Ender Pearl, and they don't actually do anything. And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I did try killing one of the white Endermen, and I felt horrible doing it, but all he dropped was Ender Pearls. He didn't drop any of these, so unless these are like a super rare drop from an Enderman, or the white Enderman, what are they called again? What are you guys called? I need to know this, actually. I really need to. The Prime Enderman, yeah, unless it's a drop from one of them or the regular Enderman, I don't think there's really any way to obtain these. But, I mean, just look at them. The texture is just super, super cool. And as you can see, I'm actually right-clicking right now. Nothing's happening. But the texture on these is really cool, and I look forward to seeing what they come up with in the future. And I think, guys, there's only one way to end this properly. We are going to become an Enderman. In case you didn't know, guys, this is how Endermen see the world. Just bathe in the glory of the Enderman's view. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the mod review. I'm sorry if it took like 3 hours. I have no idea how long this video is at this point, but I feel like I've been talking for ages. But I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you learned something useful about this mod, and I hope that you will check it out for yourself and maybe even use it in your own Minecraft world. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below so that I know you enjoyed this video. And leave a comment letting me know if you want to see more awesome mod videos like this, or if you want to see some other type of Minecraft content. Leave that suggestion below as well. And if you're a really great person and you want to make my day, go ahead and just smash that subscribe button below the video, and my heart will leap with joy because subscribing doesn't happen very much. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.